Hi everyone, let's talk makeup, and today I have a review and really quick demo of the Too Faced Yes Please palette. Yeah, I know it says cute AF on the packaging, but I believe it is the Yes Please palette. So this is a palette that I purchased over a month ago, so I've had this for quite a while and it's been going in and out of stock, but I did want to do a review of it because I have, I don't know, what I think is some not so popular thoughts on it. It is a really gorgeous palette. If you haven't seen it, here it is. It does not have a mirror, which I don't mind, but I was attracted to this palette in particular because of the fall colors, right? It's got the like yellow, orangey, reddish, and brown tones in there, and I just really liked those colors, and it's not very expensive. I'll put up how much I paid for this guy. It's ColourPop, so it's pretty decent quality. Or my thoughts on ColourPop is that they produce things with really good quality for not a whole lot of money, and I've had pretty positive experiences with ColourPop so far. So my thoughts on this palette so far are that it's a good palette. It really is, especially for the money. But there's a few things that I think you have to be aware of, because if I had to go back, I would probably not order this palette. In large part because I've ordered a couple of other palettes since then that I think would give me some of the quality and colors that this one has without some of the problems that I found in this one. Now, the problems that I found with this palette have nothing to do with the quality of the shades. These are really nice matte, satin, and shimmery shades. These are just a couple of swatches. The like shimmer shades here are just absolutely gorgeous. They're extremely pigmented and easy to work with. That is a huge plus for me, and I think this is a very beginner-friendly palette. What I did not like about this the shades or this palette is that there's a lot of shades in here that look one way in the palette. Like as I'm looking at it, they look like they're a particular color, and then they have a different tone once I apply it on my eye. This in particular, this color, so this looks like it's a mid-tone brown, right, that I would use to apply on my crease or to blend out my crease color. So this is the swatch of it, and kind of in this lighting you can sort of see that it's not really a brown, it's got brown in it, but the color that's going to come through the most, and the color that does come through the most on my lid, is orange. It's got an orange tint to it, and that's the color that I have all over my lid right now. You'll see how I applied it on the demo, but it's an orange shade. And if I'm going to try, when I went in here to try to do just a neutral, like everyday look, I did not want orange in my crease. Then this color over here, the names are on the back, but I'm just kind of ignoring shade names. So this darker brown, it looks like a brown. Look at that. It is not a brown. It is a rusty orange with some brown in it, but it's a rusty orange in there, and I was not expecting that at all. Now I'm going into the darkest brown color there, and this one's probably the closest to actually having more brown in it, but it also has a slight orange tone to it. So, and even, okay, so this color right here is obviously that's orange, right? But even the colors next to that one, so that one looks to me like it's a cream color, a color that I might be able to put on the brow bone or all over the lid. And you can apply it on the brow bone or all over the lid, but you should know that it's got a very slight orange tint to it. It's not just a cream color. Now this cream, the one on the far right here, it's the only color I think that doesn't have a very obvious orange tint to it. This one is creamy. It's got more of like a tan base on there. It is what I used as a base on my current look. So it doesn't have the same kind of orange that these other shades have that I just swatched on my fingers for you all. Now the other colors, this one back here I think is called Bling. These two, the kind of shimmery colors, and this the red right here. P.S. This is red. It's a very red color, and so the shimmer colors are very, very nice. Those are true to color in that what you see in the pan is exactly what's going to show up on your lid. Not only that, but they're easy to blend and to work with. Those shimmers are really, really awesome. I think that ColourPop has hit on something really great with those shimmers. And maybe it's, I don't know exactly what, their formula is on those, but they're gorgeous. They're really great to work with. That's why I think this is a very beginner-friendly palette if you're a beginner that likes bold colors. If you're somebody that wants to get a lot of work looks out of this palette, it's not going to happen. It's just not. I've been trying for weeks to get work looks out of it, and what I found is that they ended up a little bit too orangey and too, like, they popped too much for my taste in work looks. Like, if I'm going to work, I want something that is not really going to be noticeable. Like, yeah, it's noticeable. I have makeup, I have something in my eye, but nobody's going to be looking at my eyeshadow and thinking, oh wow, those are really cool shades. I don't want that because I'm a teacher, so I don't want students necessarily focused on my makeup. I want them focused on what I'm talking about. So overall, I think this is a really good palette if you like bling. If you like bling in your eye, if you're looking for an everyday palette, I would skip this and get something else instead. There's plenty of really good everyday palettes out on the market. But if you're looking for bling with orange bling, this is your guy. All right, I will now throw it through the demo. So if you want to know how I did this eye look, it is the one eye look that I think is actually work appropriate out of this palette, well, that I've been able to come up with. Then stick around and I will see you in a second. Okay, so let's get started with the look. And I think what I'm going to show you is a really simple look using this palette, and really the only look I've been able to do with this palette that is good for a work day. So I'm going to go into this color at the top here, and I believe that one's called Full Set, and I'm going to use that to basically put all over my eyelid and up my brow bone so that it's a bit of a base. This is actually, if you want just a simple work look, it's a decent lid shade, right? I don't use this one too much because right now I'm trying to use the colors from Make It Basic, but see, I do think it is a nice lid shade. But today we're just gonna put it everywhere. All right. Now that looks pretty stark. It's, for my skin tone, I think this is a bit too white for an all over lid shade, but hey, that didn't stop me. Alright, now, like I said, it's going to be a super simple look. I'm going to go in with this color, alright, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. It is pigmented, but when you're doing it all over, it does take a little bit of building and kind of spreading. And see how I am bringing it up from my lid, up my crease, and even a little bit treating it also like a all over, or like a crease color, I mean. So let's do that on the other side. going to go into a blending brush and make sure that the top of this color is nicely blended. Shadows do get a little bit powdery, not a whole lot, but a little bit, yes. So now I'm going into this color right here, the top, and putting that on my inner corner. That is it. So I do want to put some color on my lower lash line. So I think I'm going to go in, and yeah, I'm going to go in darker, and I'm going to go into this color at the end right here. Grab a little bit of that and put that on my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the lower lid color down here and use that color to kind of blend out some of the harshness of that darker color. But that is it in terms of the eyeshadow. I am going to go in and apply liner and mascara, and then I'll come back in a second and show you how that looks. Alright, so this is the finished look. I just added some black liner on my top lash line, a little bit of this Rimmel eyeliner in my lower lash line, and mascara. Right now I am using the Doll 10 Effort Lash Mascara, but that is it. This is a super simple, easy to do work look. This is something that I have taken to work, and it has worked. So let me know what you think down below, and if you're planning on purchasing this palette or already have. But that is it for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!